Good morning from the lookout. We're here. Are you there? It's a great day, isn't it? Hey, a special shout out to our friend Nancy. Thanks for your words of encouragement yesterday. That was really a blessing. Thank you. Okay, we start today. Day 11. We start today with Isaiah chapter 50, verse 4. It says this: The sovereign Lord has given me his words of wisdom so that I know how to comfort the weary. Morning by morning, he wakens me and opens my understanding to his will. Isn't that a great way to start the day? It's a great prayer to begin the day. Lord, open my mind. Help me to understand your will. And then, Lord, give me your words so that I can be a blessing to somebody else, so I can encourage somebody else. Amen. Just a reminder that we're using the one-year Bible from Tyndale House. And if you want to get one and follow along, that would be awesome. Okay? All right. We are in Genesis chapter 24 to 26. We're in there. We're continuing the account of Abraham and his family. Abraham's servant has gone to find a wife for Isaac from his homeland, and God leads the servant to Rebekah, and she goes back with him to Isaac. Then after they're married, Isaac prayed for her to be able to bear children, and God enables her to get pregnant, and she has twins, Esau and Jacob. Esau, the impulsive, Jacob, the schemer. Now, God appears to Isaac and confirms the promise or the covenant that he had given to Abraham to become a great nation, and that all the nations of the earth would be blessed through this nation. That stands out to me, that all the nations of the earth would be blessed through this nation. Not that they would serve this nation, not that they would bow down to this nation, but that they would be blessed through this nation. So let's make some application here, okay? Number one, God is the source of our blessings. God is our source. Blessings are given to us not to hoard. So the second thing, God gives us blessings, but he doesn't give them to us to hoard them. 3, you may have heard the phrase, blessed to be a blessing. And I don't think it's too strong to say that God always intends for us to bless others from what God gives us. He always intends for us to pass it along. He never blesses us so it would just stop with me and my family so that we'd be blessed. He blesses us so that we'll be a blessing to others. So remember Jesus' command, love one another. And remember he also said, love your enemies. So here's a question for you. Here's application for today. How could you pass along God's blessing today? How could you pass along God's blessing today? A word of encouragement, a word of thanks, sharing your faith, sharing your testimony, telling somebody what God has done for you. How could you pass along God's blessing today, this day? All right, now we jump to Matthew chapter 8. Remember, Jesus has finished the Sermon on the Mount, and then as he's coming down from the Sermon on the Mount, he heals many people. It said everybody who was sick and came to him, he healed them. And remember, he always responded with love and with care, not with rejection, okay? And then seeing the crowds, it says that he told his followers to cross to the other side of the lake. And so they all got in the boat for the journey across. Verse 24 says that a storm suddenly struck the lake. Okay? I don't know if you've ever been out on water when all of a sudden there's a storm. It's frightening out there. Okay? So suddenly there's this storm and the waves were crashing into the boat. So imagine, the wind is howling, the waves are crashing in, and where's Jesus? He's asleep. He's exhausted. He has been giving and giving and giving. Do you like my hummingbird show? Isn't that awesome? He's been giving and giving and giving, and he's exhausted. The disciples shouted to him, Lord, save us. We're going to drown. And check out Jesus' response. In the midst of the howling wind, in the midst of the waves that are crashing into the boat, why are you afraid? Why do you have so little faith? And then he speaks to the wind and the waves, and there is calm. Wow. In the midst of the storm, he says, why are you afraid? Why do you have so little faith? I don't know about you, but when I'm in the middle of a storm, it's scary. And yes, I have faith in Jesus, but sometimes it's just scary, okay? So here's my question for you. What storm or struggle are you facing today? What storm or struggle are you facing today? Is it overwhelming you? May I invite you to put your faith in the one who calms storms. And here's just another thought. Sometimes Jesus does indeed calm the storm. Many times, he calms me in the midst of the storm. I just want him to make the thing go away. Stop the storm. I'm over it. Please stop the storm. And Jesus teaches me in the midst of the storm to keep my trust in him. Why do you have so little faith? He teaches us in the middle of the storm to have faith. So may you have faith even in the midst of your storm today. It's real. It's true. Okay, I get it. May he give you peace and strength and courage and faith in the middle of your storm today. And it'd be all right. Lord, you can do it. Calm the storm. Now, in Psalm 10, it just kind of fits with this. In Psalm 10, verse 1, it says, why do you stand so far away? Why do you hide when I'm in trouble? And then verse 14, the second part of it, the helpless put their trust in you. The helpless put their trust in you. Now, Proverbs 3, 7, and 8 says this. Don't be impressed with your own wisdom. Oh, wow, okay. Don't be impressed with your own wisdom. Instead, fear the Lord and turn away from evil. Then you will have healing for your body and strength for your bones. Trust in the Lord. Now, do you remember the verse that we opened with today? Isaiah 50, verse 4. The sovereign Lord has given me his words of wisdom so that I know how to comfort the weary. May God give you the opportunity today to comfort someone who is weary. Morning by morning, he wakens me and opens my understanding to his will. May God open your understanding. May he open your heart. May he give you more faith and more trust in him on this day. God bless you.